Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are joining me here for the first time today. My name is Lucy, and today I created this really colourful and fun halo eye look inspired by the queen herself, Stacey Marie MUA, using her new collaboration palette with BPerfect Cosmetics, which is the Carnival XL Pro palette. Oh my goodness guys, you guys are just going to love this palette as much as I do. So if you do want to see how I created this look and how the palette performed, then please do keep watching. So I'm super excited to dig right into this video. Today, I'm sure you probably just saw in the intro, but today I have the brand new BPerfect Cosmetics and Stacey Marie Carnival XL Pro palette to play with, and I literally cannot wait. I'm so excited to dig into this. So as you can see, the packaging first off is so beautiful and so perfect for Pride. They've literally just released this with obviously Pride happening as well, so it's perfect timing for it. And it's basically matte black packaging, and then it's got holographic rainbow writing on the front, which obviously catches the light so beautifully. It's just such a stunning design. The inside of the palette looks like so. What were we expecting? It's full of colour. It's so gorgeous. So this palette retails at £42. It has 40 eyeshadow shades. So if you think about it, you're literally getting a shadow per pound pretty much. And it's also got 3 highlighters down the edge as well. So you're actually getting 43 shades for £42, making each of these shades like less than £1, which is incredible. I swear to God, if you are a makeup artist or you ever work with colour on clients or even on yourself, you're gonna need this palette because it's literally got everything. It's got whites, blacks, neutrals, colours, loads of different shades of like the same colour. So it's got like different reds, different pinks, different greens, different blues. It's got variety. That is the main thing that makes this palette stand out so much. It is so much variety going on. It's so beautiful. It also has a mixture of mattes and shimmers in here as well, which makes it really great. Again, variety. You can create loads of different looks with it. I just generally think this is such an amazing palette, and I'm so excited to finally own this. So I'm sure you guys are questioning, how is it similar or how is it different to the old Stacey Marie Carnival palette? So I have my old one here as well. This one is a little bit beaten up because I love this baby so much. So this is the old Carnival baby. I still love it so much. I still use this so often as well. So this one is £40, so it's only £2 cheaper than the new palette. And this one has got 24 eyeshadow shades and 2 highlighters. So actually, if you put it in that sense, the new palette is bigger, got more colours in it, and it's a little bit cheaper for your money as well. But I do still absolutely adore this palette. I use it so often on my channel and on my Instagram and everything like that. So I'm just going to hold these two up to compare them for you. They actually do have a lot of similar shades in them. So a lot of the shades from the old palette have transferred across into the new palette. So we've still got the bright pink shade named Funky, we've got Lit, we've got Keen, Wasted. So basically all of the bright shades from the old palette are in the new palette, obviously, as well as a load of new shades. As you can see, the new one is a lot bigger in size, obviously, because it has got loads of new shades in it. It's also slightly thinner. The old one is actually a little bit thicker. I don't know how well you can see that from the side there, but it's slightly thinner in size as well, so it's going to slip into your drawers nice and easily. But yeah, there is the comparison. They both look really bright and beautiful, but obviously one has got a little bit more colour going on. So what better way to introduce this palette into my life than to recreate one of Stacey Marie's looks herself, just because I feel like it's a bit easier to have a little bit of guidance going on. So I'm going to recreate this look right here. I may change up the style or the colours slightly, but this is kind of my guide for today. So I'm going to use as many colours in the palette as I can to recreate this look here. Before I begin with the eyeshadow, I've just got to set down a little base on my eye. So I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer, set that all over my lid, and then we can begin with the shadows on top. So I'm going to start with the shade Lights Out, which is the black shade in this palette, and I'm just going to run that through the majority of my crease, because in this look it looks like Stacey start with the black and then gone through all of the rainbow colours above it. So I'm going to start with the black through my crease first. Okay, there is pigment in this black. I'm just going to zoom you in because I feel like you probably can't see what I'm doing. You can see how pigmented that black is. Oh my goodness. The next shade I'm going to go in with is the shade Boy Bye, because I feel like it's kind of a good in-between between the orange and the red. It's kind of a mid-tone, so I'm going to go with that on top of that black shade. Now I'm going to go between those two shades just because they are not blending in as easily as I thought they would, with the shade Reckless on a small tiny little fluffy brush, and just blend between those. Now I'm going to take the shade Lit, which is this bright orange shade. This one is in the previous palette as well, so I already know I love the formula of this orange, and I'm just going to take that above Boy Bye. Now I'm taking the yellow in this palette, which is the shade Keen, just above the orange. So now that I'm happy with the way that blend is going, I've just gone and got my cotton buds, because you guys know the next step is to cut the crease. I'm just taking a cotton bud with some makeup remover on it first, just to get rid of some of that excess shadow, and then I'm going to cut on top using the P. Louise base in the shade Zero. Okay, so as you can see in this picture of Stacey Marie's look, on the outer corner of the eye she's blended it into pink, into white, and then from the inner corner of the eye she goes from orange to white. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to start with the outer corner and go for the pinks, and then use the oranges for the inner. Before I start with the outer corner, I am just going to quickly set right down the middle of that cut crease using the shade Pillow Talk, which is, I want to say it's a white, but it almost looks very slightly off-white. A little bit more of a creamier shade. I know on camera it definitely looks like a bright white, but in person I can't really tell if it's a white or a cream. But anyway, I'm going to still set my eye with that just right down the middle. So starting with that black shade again, which was Lights Out, I'm just going to tap that right over the edge of that cut crease line just to blend it in with the outer corner. Then I'm going back in with that dark browny maroony shade named Reckless, and just tapping that next to the black. And then I'm going to go in with the shade Pep Talk, which is the baby pink shade down at the bottom, and just blending that in next to Reckless. Okay, so moving on to the inner corner, I'm going to go in again with the shade Reckless. It's kind of a really good middle tone shade, especially for doing like a sunset coloured look like this. So I'm going to start with the shade Reckless, take it right on that inner corner, and then work my way through the reds and oranges. Then I'm going in with the shade Inferno, which is this one right down here. It's basically just a red shade, and I'm taking that next to Reckless. Then I'm going in with that orange shade again, which was Lit, which is a really bright, beautiful orange, and taking that on top of the red. And finally, I'm finishing up just packing a tiny bit of yellow on that, right on that inner corner with the shade Keen. Now I'm just going to do a little black line across my upper lash line using the new Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid liner, and then I'm going to go ahead and pop a pair of lashes on. Okay, so I just went and popped some lashes on. I feel like these lashes are so perfect for this look. They just add a little bit more volume and a little bit more drama. These are the Lashes by Lucy Showgirl Light lashes. I do have a discount code for Lashes by Lucy, which I will pop on the screen here if I can remember it. So to be honest with you, I'm not really in the mood to do a full face look today, so I'm just going to finish up the under eyes and then go ahead and take pictures and leave it as that. Just because, to be honest with you, that that's what I do 98% of the time on my Instagram. Unless I'm filming a video, I normally just do the eyes and then take pictures. I don't do the rest of my face, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do today because I'm feeling a little bit on the lazy side, I won't lie. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a darker outer corner, I think, with a smoky bit joining up to the wing on the outer corner, and then do a pop of green on the inner corner, a bit like what Stacey has done here in this look that I've obviously been copying today. She's got the pop of green and yellow on the inner corner just there. So I'm kind of going to do something similar to that. First of all, I'm just taking the sleek Intense Waterliner Zodiac Black. This is what I've been using in pretty much every video. Not gonna lie, the reason I've been using it all the time is because it sits next to my filming area and it's just always there, so that's the one I always seem to be using. I'm gonna take this on my waterline, but I'm only gonna take it sort of 3/4 of the way in and then leave the inner corner not so dark because that's where the pop of green is gonna go. Then I'm gonna start by smoking out that black using the black shade from the palette, which is Lights Out, and just on an angled liner brush, buffing out underneath my lower lash line. I'm also joining that shade up onto the outer wing here as well. To buff out that black, I'm going to take this shade here, which is a beautiful dark sort of pinky shade called In Lust, and I'm just going to buff that underneath there. Now, let's be honest, when you look at this palette, the first shade that jumps out to you is this shade down at the bottom, which is Ecstasy, which is a neon lime green shade, and that is the one that's going to go right on my inner corner. So I'm just taking that on a small round packer brush and I'm going to pack that right on at the inner corner there. Okay, you guys, and this is my finished eyes using the brand new BPerfect Cosmetics in collaboration with Stacey Marie MUA Carnival XL Pro palette. That is a mouthful. I don't really know how in one use I've made this palette so filthy, but I already know that it's going to get so filthy because I'm going to use it so often. This is going to be one of my new babies. I really love this palette. I couldn't recommend it enough, especially if you are a working MUA. This is such a staple palette to have in your kit because it's got every colour under the sun, pretty much every colour that you could ever possibly want or need. This palette has got it. This palette, like I said at the beginning, is £42, so it is a little bit on the pricey side, but to be honest, it's not really that expensive at all when you take into consideration how many shades you get in this palette. You also get the 3 highlighters. Oh, I should have used one of those today. I completely forgot. Oh well, I'll use them in another video. I know I'll use them at some point or another. But anyway, here is one final look at this palette. Just appreciate it whilst you can because it's going to get really messy really quick. And I already know that for a fact. I'm really impressed with how these shadows performed. They blended so amazingly. They have so much pigmentation in them. I mean, the eye look just speaks for itself. I'm just absolutely obsessed with this palette. I knew I was going to be, to be honest with you, because I was so in love with the first palette that there's no way I was not going to like this second one. But anyways, I'm going to wrap up this video here. So if you did enjoy watching how I created this look, then please make sure to leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and also subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Don't forget you can also follow me over on my Instagram, which is at LSG Makeup. Like I said in my previous video, I'm getting so close to 100k, which is such a huge, massive goal for me. So I'm so excited to get there. But if you guys could go and support me over on my journey on there, I would be much appreciative. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up this video here. So thank you so much again for watching. If you are going to purchase this palette, then please do let me know down in the comments. Or if you're not going to get it, then let me know what your favourite colourful palette has been at the moment. But yes, I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!